Okay, where are we now? Think we're gonna talk to this guy. Grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away. I'm very convinced that this is that woman's husband. Fine working class husband. The working class woman you met in front of the bookstore admitted that her husband is missing. Chances are the guy's drinking somewhere with his buddies. Find him and bring him home if possible. Yeah. For sure.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
I'll call whoever I want. Don't tell me what to do.
Abigail! Don't call her!
He grunts. He waves a finger in your general direction.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk. Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk.
Have you seen any women around here lately? Who are you? What's your name? I think I get to say all of these. Have you seen any women around here lately?
Abigail? Abigail, where are you?
This man's messed up, man. His voice perks up, then trails into a string of random babbling. Who are you? What's your name?
Don't call Abigail!
His eyes move around erratically, the look in them hazy and unfocused. He says, where am I? What is this place? Why am I saying this? Well, I guess I'm just asking him this area.
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
Hey, I'm on an important official investigation. I demand you answer my questions. Kim is gonna say something.
There's no use in yelling at drums. He's barely holding it together.
Kim, watch yourself, okay? I've sold 200 cases plus. The lieutenant interjects.
The drunk man starts coughing, a really disgusting, hacking cough.
Okay.
He does not sound well at all.
Why shouldn't I call Abigail?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Don't lean in.
He waves his hand as if shooing you away, all the while murmuring something indecipherable.
Don't call.
The man stammers. Slowly, his head nods off to the side as he passes out, tongue dangling from his mouth.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Kim, chill. Kim doesn't want me to get XP out here.
Don't call. Don't call her.
The drunk man speaks in his sleep. Drool dribbles from the left side of his mouth down to his jacket. Hey, wake up.
There's no waking him from his stupor. His mind is elsewhere.
Alright, we're gonna go back to we're gonna go back to that woman. I might be able to say, is your name Abigail? Oh, she's not gonna be happy. Who the fuck is that? I'll talk to them in a sec. Let's talk about your husband again.
Right. What about him?
I think I
She
got it.
gives you a short nod before returning to her books.
Right. What about, honestly, not that different from you?
Right, we're dealing with a cop. What do you mean by that?
Well, he's slightly chubby.
Wait, did she just imply that you're fat? You're not fat. The body type she's referring to is called a Franco-Nigerian hard body.
I'm not chubby, and neither is your husband. What you meant to say is that we both share a Franco-Nigerian hard body.
You both share what?
She doesn't understand. Franco-Nigerian hard body. Softly round, yet still in shape. Ladies dig it.
I'm not sure about the rest, but softly round sounds about right. He's not in great shape.
She stops to think.
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
She sighs, her voice slightly quivering when she adds,
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change.
Who cares about the cold when you have your cool jacket to wear? You can completely sympathize.
I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
She looks back at you, shaking her head. He took it out of the bin? Wow, that's filthy.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
I think I got it, thanks.
She gives you a short nod.
Alright, let's see who the hell these guys are. No, he didn't put the rims on. Right?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Says the young man with piss something written on his back.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan. Fuck the world. This guy's from London, yo.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
He agrees.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
He steps in.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
He turns to his companion. Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm so glad you asked. Of course I do. I'm just testing you, boys. No, I really don't.
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertnay.
His voice rings with excitement.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
No, they really aren't. It's porno tuning. Say no to the porno.
The lieutenant sighs. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Point to the yard.
Murder?
A man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
He clears his throat.
Also, he was hanged.
Don't fuck around. I am the law.
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
What does that mean? We're not going to entertain you with this any longer. What does that mean?
Fucking philosophy, man. You can do aggressive shit with philosophy. Justify shit.
Like murder, or wasting your life away.
Do you guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
The young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
The other guy lights up too.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
He adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. Odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Who's Van Eyck? Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
The lieutenant replies instead.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
The young men exchange approving nods. Who's Van Eyck?
Old man, it doesn't matter. You'll be long gone before his greatness is recognized.
A young woman kneels on a sheet of ice, as if looking for something lost ages ago. She bends until her right ear touches the frozen water. She listens to it crack, slowly.
So you're saying I'm an old man? Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm pretty old.
Yep, old as fuck.
He nods enthusiastically.
Yeah, man. It's like at death's door. No wonder you know nothing about the future. You won't be there.
Why aren't there more skulls? No, your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
Ah, you'll see for sure once we're in. It's the last thing you'll ever see before the void consumes you.
Throw him off his game. You don't feel very scared.
Okay. Are you sure a skull would say that?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're only saying practice things for now, so we don't mean no harm to the Skulls brand, or to you.
He looks confused.
This is definitely something the Skulls would say. But we're not trying to encroach on the Skulls brand in any way. On the contrary, we're just here to market it.
Hold on. Why does a criminal gang need marketing? So you're just pretending to be as nasty and vicious as the skulls.
Hey, we could be just as hard. Like pavement on top of pavement, or a brick on top of another brick.
Or a grave on top of a grave.
These kids have the vocabulary, but might be missing a brain.
Enough about this scullery then.
Mm-hmm.
Throws a longing glance at the Kinema. What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Turn to the blonde youth. Why does your jacket have piss written on it? Turn to the dark-haired youth. Why do you have fuck the world written on your jacket?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
Makes sense.
What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
Next. Okay.
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though...
Ooh, that is a terrible metaphor.
you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
Hey Kim, lower your voice.
Yes?
Do you think it's a coincidence?
What is?
There are 2 of us and 2 of these jackets.
What are you implying?
The lieutenant looks confused. Which one would you wear? You know what I'm implying. We should get these jackets.
For what?
What do people do with jackets? They wear them.
The concept of getting dressed is familiar to me, but wearing jackets like these isn't appropriate for an RCM officer, unless he's deep undercover.
Yet. But in theory, Kim, if we were to confiscate these jackets, which one would you wear?
Neither.
Come on, Kim, it's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the 2 statements.
No way! If anything, I'm the piss in this scenario. That works. I feel more like a fuck the world kind of guy. Say that.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
The lieutenant remarks.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Haha. Ask for the jackets for yourself and the lieutenant. Let's do it.
These guys
What?
aren't scary. You're not scary. I have nothing to work with here. It's either begging or bullying, or both. Just ask them, maybe.
Gentlemen, I need your jackets.
Why?
point at your clothes. Look at the shit I'm wearing. I need them for official police business.
And what kind of business is that exactly?
Police
The
business.
lieutenant notices your agitation and opens his mouth to speak, then decides against it and merely shakes his head.
Okay, we get it. You look like total shit. We look flashy as hell. What about it?
There's a spark of sympathy in the youth's eyes.
He didn't say that.
It's not shit, it's disco. I'm wearing horrible clothes to catch horrible people. It's depressing. My clothes make me sad. I need to fun it up. Leather would be such a cool look on me.
The lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform.
Fuck it. I don't deserve. No, please.
Fine. Fuck it. Here. Take it then. I can't handle this sad shit.
Oh, the young man takes his jacket off.
It's true. He simply can't. It's called empathy. Wow, I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride.
Fuck that. You're not getting mine.
The
My
other
dad's a
one.
lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
My bad. The other one snaps at you.
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
Wait, world fucker. You got a rich dad? Turn to Kim. I know you said you're more of a piss kind of guy, but we only have one jacket and I want it. Haha! Fuck it, we don't need the other one. Well, let's say the first one.
No. He's like a volunteer lawyer. A total bitch. Cites law and does dishes.
He looks startled.
You know what, cop? Fuck you. That's not what this is about. You're not getting my jacket.
Fuck him. We don't need his rich dad jacket anyway.
Fuck it, we don't need the other one. You said that you're more of a piss kind of guy, so I got the jacket for you.
I'm not wearing that jacket.
Why not? You could really raise hell, go undercover, hard. But don't you want to express your individuality?
I don't think this case requires us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jacket will be useful at all.
Okay, well, I'll keep it then.
Do. I'm fine with that.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us.
I wanted the other one. The dark-haired youth points at you and turns to his friend.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
He hangs his head in shame. I only got one. Alright. Drama. It's worse than this one. A leather jacket that quite recently belonged to a young man who possessed some intimate knowledge on the human condition. It has his nom de guerre written on the back. It's quite a statement. No fucks given. Wait, I'm a detective? Whoops. Oh. Still wanna wear that. I wanted to level half-light, but I don't need to anymore, but where is it? Here. Alright, we got a jacket that we don't need. Right, let's Let me equip the bag. Alright, so that guy might not be the husband that we're looking for. He still might be. But chance he's not too. How do I get? Alright, so I think we're done here. Just trying to check the... Let's get this loot over here. Ah, that's where our woman is. I might just talk to her. Moolah! This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. What are these fish? What? Huh? I haven't seen the RCM around for ages. Perception. That's a sign we should equip all our perception stuff. I did want to go back to the canteen area and see if I can get more of that drink. Speed photo. We could pop one of these. Why not? Why not? I should do it after I talk, actually. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp.
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier.
She winds the mooring line around a post.
Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way.
Who's that?
Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day. Jetty?
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Jetty. Jetty. Hello, ma'am. Let's say that.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty.
She responds mournfully.
It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
Then secures the mooring line.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
So how do you like it here? Look around.
How do I like it?
She casts her gaze towards the village slush melting on the cinder blocks. Construction work left half finished 10 years ago.
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name, all the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there?
She squints her eyes.
I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
All right, politics time. Let's react. Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
I feel like this voice actor is the same as the guy that was at the car, at our car. I feel like they're the same. Could be wrong. You're right to be scared. This is all your fault. You're in no danger, whisper. The working class have no idea what's happening to them. Try not to be scared. This is just how the real city looks. The place is doomed either way, let's say that.
Maybe.
She leans against the railing, looking up at the grey sky.
Above you, there forms a quilt of altocumulus clouds, twisting into each other. The wind tugs and stretches them over the bay.
The hell? Alto... What was that? Alto...
Altocumulus.
Sheesh. That sounded like it was from from the game. A type of cumulus. Okay, what is a cumulus? A tall, rounded white cloud with a flat base. Okay, found at medium height above the level of cumulus. Okay. See?
Their cloud shadows slide over the ruins of Revachol West. Wherever they pass, the temperature drops slightly, but perceptibly. It's early spring, and the rains are coming. An officer enters a low hut of stone and wood. Inside, weapons are piled against the walls. Rifles with splintering stocks, and swords, tens, if not hundreds. They're antiques, says Lieutenant John, the archetype McCoy, to his partner. They're digging them up from the catacombs now, fixing them. Old caches from the revolution. The children carry them up. Come May, the streets will be flooded. Outside, the wind rattles the loose hatches, flooded with cheap weapons in angry hands.
Have I told you how they discovered this place?
The wind picks up. Her raincoat flaps in the gust. This fishing village?
No, they're in Celindian, Isola.
What is an insula exactly?
I'm guessing you don't know then.
No, you haven't told me how they found it.
Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river.
Whoa, chill.
50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty.
Why is she dissing me, though? Oblivion, that's so me. 45% is around where I operate. Things are getting better, though. We have to say that.
I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians will never know what this place means. Our home. This island of matter. Or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
She corrects the scarf around her neck. I got my badge. Oh no, I just got my ID. I didn't get my badge. Fuck. Tell me now. We have time.
Do we?
He glances at his watch. It doesn't look like he does.
I hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you.
This story she will tell only before she leaves Martinez, at the very end of her stay.
Maybe there is something else I can assist you with
Oh,
while you're
so it is my
hot
badge.
in pursuit.
Alright. Show her your badge. I found my badge, by the way.
I love you did.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious.
She hands it back to you.
What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Seaweed drips from the badge in your hand. It smells of fish.
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe.
Wow.
I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
Oh, she's taking the piss. She smiles apologetically. This was your plan all along.
My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
She shakes her head vigorously.
Meaning, the information she has will raise the stakes in this game. How bad can the info she has be?
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
No. She takes a sip of tea. I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather.
She
Wild
smiles.
Pines has eyes on the intersection, but not ears.
One
Okay.
of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout. It would give them a read on the entire quarter.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
The lieutenant shrugs. No, thank you. That's all for now. I didn't look in here. Oh, I forgot. Oh no, I do have my bag.
Hi, officer.
A woman in a raincoat stands on the quay, considering an overturned boat. A sword in a scabbard hangs from her hip. I was trying to see that, but I can't tell.
Anything I can help you with?
As always, I am the lawbringer. It depends, where are we exactly? If questions, the first is, what's your name? That depends.
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
She looks around. Why?
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
The wind rattles her earrings. As always, I am the lawbringer.
You've graduated to Lawbringer now?
Men with authority have their quirks. Comes with never being second-guessed about anything.
She waves you off.
So what brings you here, Lawbringer?
I have questions. The first is, what's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions. And that was actually the second one.
She gestures towards the fishnets. And what's your number?
Ask her about the cool sword. Helps to break the ice.
I'm looking for someone. Maybe you can help. I was asked to get your signature. Idiot Doomspire over there needs his jacket. Have you seen it? Alright, let's just do the suggestion. Nice sword. Point at the saber on her hip. Does it come with a story?
Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
She smiles at her own joke. Hold on. Do you know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
She glances at the blade. It is imposing, nod.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation tactics?
From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Yo, why is everyone just attacking me today? What's going on? She adds, dithering. Should just grab that sword from her. Can I borrow that sword?
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check? It would put me in an early grave.
Her eyes are smiling as her hand moves to the hilt.
Is she flirting with you? A little? You think she might be?
Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective? I wonder if my character's like Archer, just stupid, does his job really well, gets all the ladies. What is it? Why don't more women arm themselves if it's so effective?
What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
That does not go for real men. It does not go for you. Show her. Show her the wonder. Coach means the expression.
Behold, point to the expression on your face. Let's just agree. True, most people I've met are scared.
Aye. No one wants to talk about how frightened they are. But only frightened people are really dangerous. And plenty of them are dangerous.
She's not afraid, however. Does that make her not dangerous?
So where are all the men now?
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
She looks down. Wait, why? If they're thick-headed?
Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
Her expression doesn't change. It's hard to say if it's a joke.
If it is, then why the melancholy?
Where's your husband now?
Gone.
The harbour seawall endures the wash of the freezing waves. Many things wash up against it and onto the beaches of Revachol. Some inanimate, some just no longer alive. You shudder.
Gone where? Gone? Coward. I would never leave anyone. He disappeared. Sounds like a missing persons case.
It absolutely does not. We are not going to look for him.
The lieutenant quietly interjects.
No. There's nothing to find. He's dead. Lost to the waves.
Oh, say no more. Wait for her to continue.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later. Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
Sinewy. Okay. Sinewy. With strong muscles and little fat. Sinewy.
Sinewy.
Okay.
She really likes those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Yeah, death is nothing. I shit on death. No. You should have thrown yourself in the waves after him. Nod sagely. Sagely. Time really is the best cure for sorrow, isn't it? Let's say that.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on.
She crossed her arms.
Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
She glances at the village where 2 little kids are playing what looks like rocks.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Wow. Really? Is that what my guy's on? So we need to look around. I will come back to her. Be seeing you. We'll come back to her. Let's pick up all the little things. Can go. It's locked tight. Is it now? Is it now? Is it locked tight? It's still locked tight. What about now? Still. Anduhai and Dong's Harong. The street sign is illegible below the graffito. Hard to see the details. The colors, all warm and welcoming, are cozy though. A flower troll where nothing really grows, maybe in spring. So I've got kids. What's this? Oh, glass town. Can I go here? No.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road? What about the bus stop? That is enough.
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware. His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavy with money, but only slightly.
What? What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade.
It is enough finished for
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
I guess he can see further than us. Okay. I can go inside here, so I can go inside there. Where else? And we got a whole, there's some boot over there too. We gotta talk to everyone over here first. Going to probably finish up with this lady. Yeah, probably gonna finish up with this lady. And then move on.